Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little.
Hi everyone, I'm Annalie.
And this is Patricia.
And we are the 50s Chicks, and welcome to another video.
Yes.
Where we're going to talk a little bit more about dating.
Yes, we are. We are going to talk about the 4 things that you ask on your first date.
Mm-hmm.
And these are very important things.
Yes, yes.
That you need to get out of the way before you decide to move forward.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's just like, remember to ask these questions. Of course you can ask other questions, more questions.
Sure.
But these are just things that you should probably cover.
Yes, the more, important things that you need to get out of the way.
So number 1
would be, what do you do for a living?
Yes, yes. I'm going to say that's, especially in America, like everybody really does, they do identify with
what they do. Yes.
Like this is a serious thing. Like,
and what you do, I mean, sometimes it does tell a lot about you, what you do. I mean, and it's not just about the earning potential or whatever, although that's a part of it, but it tells about you too.
Yeah.
So, so you just ask, like, what is it that you do? And, keep it moving.
it can help determine so many things.
Yes.
Like, are they working so much they're never home? Are they?
I mean, you can ask about how long they've been working, and it can show some stability. When you ask, like, what do you do for a living? They'll go into, well, I've been doing this for how long? And then, versus having been doing something for 30 years versus having 30 different jobs.
Yes.
In 30 years.
Yes.
That says something about a person.
It usually lets you know what kind of education level they're at.
Yes, that too, for sure. So that's a very important part of the process is asking, simply, what do they do? I mean, I'm sure they probably will.
How do you feel about, at our age, and the age group we're looking at, sometimes they're retired. How do you feel about that?
That will be fine. Well, what did you do before you retired? It's a simple, because that still is you still can go into it. Being retired is fine. But what did you do before that?
And it would be interesting to see what they do now, even, after retirement. What, how they occupy their time after that.
Yes, for sure. If you're retired, so what do you do? How do you fill your time?
So, number 2, do you have any kids?
Yes.
How many?
And their ages.
Yes.
Are they at home?
Yes.
That's very important. Also, especially I think for me, for this age group, if you have little ones, that says something else.
It says a lot. There's a lot of things that go.
There's a lot of things that
it can change a lot of things.
It can change a lot. For me, I know it can change a lot.
Well, for our age group, it actually kind of, sort of, pretty much means that they've been with someone much younger.
Well, definitely,
typically, because that's just nature.
Yes, a 50-year-old is not giving birth to.
No.
Yeah.
Not typically.
So no, more than likely they're not. I mean, I know Janet Jackson did, but
well, but
that's not like you said,
for our regular
thing.
folk. Yeah.
Yes. So it says a lot, and some of us might not want to have to deal with minor children, especially
at this age it is a bit of a thing. Yeah.
So that is something that you need to get out on the table and get out of the way.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Number 3, what kind of relationship are you looking for?
Yes.
This is a huge question.
Important. And even if they have it on their profile, you still follow up with questions.
Yes.
To make it clear, because you really don't know when that profile was written.
Yes.
And
We
things
changed our
change.
minds.
Yes. So and things change. So you still want to get that, because that is very crucial. Because if you're not on the same page with regard to what type of relationship, then somebody's wasting their time. And you don't want to invest that time that you don't have in something that is going absolutely nowhere, and then you're in a emotional upheaval.
Yes. Yes.
Emotional upheaval. So you really want to know what their intentions are with regard to a relationship. What type of relationship?
Again, especially at our age when you're dating, because we're not. When we were younger, we had all the time in the world.
To mess around
Now
and play
you really
around.
Just try to focus on the person that you're gonna find long term, or at least that's our goal. I mean, your goal can be whatever it is.
Whatever your goal is, you want that to be their goal as well.
Right. Compatibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because and maybe you're not looking for long term, and they are. You're still sitting in a mess.
Yeah.
So definitely that is a very important question to ask.
Yes. Number 4. Talk about your last relationship.
Yes.
When was it? How long ago? What ended it? All that kind of stuff is really good information.
What happened? And that is very important. And it's not a problem to be discussing that on your first date. Or your first meet. I mean, I do that. Because that is important as well. Like how long, like they could have just been in a relationship a month ago.
Or worst case scenario, they're still in that relationship.
And they're still in it. Yes. And they're still in it. And you know what, it's funny because I ask, are you in a relationship? And is there a woman that believes she's in a relationship with you?
Yes.
Because sometimes the wording is the wording.
Yes.
You know, they will say, oh no, but yet still there's a woman that believes she is based off his actions, you know.
That one time when we were approached at the bar and I asked the guy if he's single, and he said,
and he's doing jazz hands. Like, man, you know, like jazz handing it. So no.
Yeah.
No, you ask, you know, and you know, they'll tell you, hopefully tell you what is really going on, but you have to ask, because sometimes it's in the wording and people try to skirt around, you know, the truth. So not only do you consider yourself, but is there someone else that considers himself in a relationship with you? Because you don't want to, you don't want to waste your time.
That's right.
And if they have a problem with the question, then that's a problem.
Yes.
And that's a problem.
A lot of humming and hawing.
Yes. And pausing and
explanation,
diverting, and no, there's no yes or no.
Yes.
That's it. And if they can't answer, then you don't want to be wasting your time. You know, you just don't. It's not worth wasting your time. And was that the end?
That's it.
Oh,
that was it. So those are some pointers right there.
Some helpful,
At least those 4 questions are very helpful.
Yes.
Of course, there's several other questions you want to ask
Well,
and all that kind of
definitely.
stuff. But that's just like at least a beginner.
Yes, that'll get some of the nonsense out of the way for sure.
Yes. Yes.
But
so make sure that you subscribe.
Yes.
Give us a thumbs
Give us
up.
a thumbs up.
And the notification bell so that you know when our next video drops.
Yes.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.